Hey everyone, welcome back to Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. I'm Omar Binno along with my co-host Anthony Toma. And today, it's a little twist of fun stuff today. Today we got Nicholas Hannawa, who you've seen out here before. Back then he was an attorney, now turned into a junkie. But it's a food junkie, that is. Yeah. So we're here with the Chaldean food junkie himself. And hashtag it's not a joke.
It's not a joke, guys.
Definitely not. Remember that. It's not a joke.
Not a joke.
So
it's not a joke.
We're here to get into some good stuff, and I can't wait because this is probably one of my most favorite topics out here. So good to have you back.
Thank you, Jim.
You were one of our original interviewees back then, and actually, just to bring that up quickly, it did pretty well. You did pretty good. So shout out to you and the team for what you guys did back then.
Thank you.
On the votes.
That was with the Karen McDonald when we came back here to support Karen McDonald, who eventually did get into office. So we did good that time.
Yep, there you go. So the effectiveness of keeping up with the Chaldeans.
Yep, so there you go.
Good to have you back, brother. Let's get into one of our most favorite topics right now and talk about what this whole Chaldean food junkie is.
Before we get into that, why don't you give us a little bit of background on yourself, where you came from, and then we'll get into how this all started.
Let's do that. So basically, Chaldean Food Junkie started out as an idea that my friends came up with because a lot of people follow me on Snapchat. So I have a big Snapchat following, mainly a lot of Chaldean people, not only Chaldean people, but just a lot of people I know because I post a lot of personal content on there, content about my family, my kids. So, and a lot of it is these long, crazy stories that I post that are not a joke about what I eat and do and the different activities and things that I do. And so this became a really big thing where people know Nick Hannawa, the Chaldean food junkie, which I'm now also known as, knows what he eats, knows how to eat good. And so they started following me for that. And I had my Instagram page, which, as many of you know from prior shows that I've been on here, I am an attorney. I do have a law firm, Hannawa Law, that I practice out of. I also am chief legal counsel for Puff Cannabis Company now, so that has me on the road a lot.
Shout out to Puff.
Shout out to Puff. Jay Elias, the man himself. We'll get him on here one day. Yeah. And so basically this keeps me busy and on the road, and that, along with the fact that I snowmobile, I fish, I travel a lot. And so I'm eating always great food, great places. So I took my Instagram platform, which was Nick Hannawa, Nicky Say So. A lot of people followed me on there. I have a large base of followers, 10,000 people, and turned it into the Chaldean Food Junkie page.
All right.
So Instagram's a whole different animal. We're getting this page started because I want to use this platform to get out there and just show to not just my Snapchat followers that are local, but to a lot of other people that follow me on Instagram, the amazing food that we eat and things that we do. So that's basically where we're headed with this thing.
Now, I was going to say, that's a big turn, right? You're going from attorney to a food junkie.
Well, he's not giving everything else.
No, definitely. We're not saying all those years of what you did, but it's a big turn because you're getting the best of both worlds, right? You get to you're as a good attorney. You know, most of the time you guys frequent good restaurants through the times with your clients and all that stuff. So now you get to turn that into some passion. Right. And this passion is pretty solid because we all love food. But where's like your target? Where are you going with this? And so what's your vision?
So basically for me, it's just the fact that I love food since I was a kid. This is another thing you guys should know is that I've been cooking and actually am a really, really good cook. A lot of people know that I also post things that I make myself. So since a young kid, maybe at 10, 11 years old, you can ask my mom, I was making full meals for the family by the time I was in middle school. Before, this is way back then. This is before social media was even around.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of my friends, a lot of people I know come over just to eat my barbecue and my food and the things I cook. So that was one thing. So my palate, the way that I know food is a good thing. So where am I going with this? I think this is basically the way it's going to transition is that it's my life, and this is real. It's not really, I'm not doing this for paid content.
Right.
if it turns into that, I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur at the end of the day. If it turns into that, I'm going to take it there. But right now, it's just for passion. And somebody told me one day, they said, you don't post the bad stuff. I said, yeah, but that's not what I'm doing. I don't go to places I don't like. When I'm going to these places and they're making it onto my page, it's because I feel like someone else needs to know about this amazing restaurant, these amazing places that I go to. So
what does that mean, you don't post the bad stuff?
They said, you should say like, oh, this wasn't that great, or that's not what my page is about. If someone's not great, I'd rather tell them in private and then give them constructive criticism to become great.
Plus, it might have just been a one-off. You don't know.
100%.
Maybe the cook didn't show up that day.
You got to give them another chance. Yeah. This happened with a restaurant that I posted that a lot of, in the beginning, one of the first ones, a lot of people messaged me. They said, hey, we went there. We didn't like the food. It wasn't great. What are you talking about? It's not the best. I said, well, to you, it wasn't the best. But to me, I ate it. I thought it was great. Yeah. We don't have something like this in Michigan. It was something different, unique. So I thought it was great. And I've been back there a couple times, and I feel the same way still.
Only you get to decide. It's not a joke.
Exactly. It's not a joke. It's not a joke.
And you brought a good point. Like, see, you've had it happen vice versa too, right? You've walked into a place that was extremely great first round in. Yeah. And then you went back to go bring everybody with you. And then all of a sudden, it's like yourself even said, damn, that was like shit today. It wasn't good.
Right. Can't say shit. I mean, sometimes shit happens.
But I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, meaning the service wasn't or the food wasn't palatable. You got to give it a few times.
We're not those people.
Especially when they're brand new restaurants.
Yeah.
And plus, we're not those people.
Right.
We ain't those people. We ain't trying to put nobody down.
So the page is not about, being basically a food critic.
Yeah, not a critic. Yeah. Exactly.
Just how you're enjoying it. You're showing your enjoyment, not your critique.
I'm the Chaldean food junkie. So what it is I want to put it out there, all the things that I do, all the places I go. I've even posted food that I ate at Universal Studio when I was there and traveling with my son and my wife. And here's the thing. The thing about me is I can go anywhere. I can go to the Upper Peninsula and be in the middle of nowhere, and I will find the baddest restaurant. I will talk to everybody. I'll ask questions. I will literally...
It comes from that legal research background.
Right. I'll literally analyze everything. Good. And then I'll find the right places, and I'll go to them, and they're not a joke always. And so this not a joke thing, that started is...
Caught on.
When I post my food, I have a thing that I do where if it's really good, if it's amazing food, it's not a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? And this is real. We can't... It's not a joke. It's not a joke.
Yeah.
Okay? You guys gotta understand. This is the real thing. Another thing that I do is when I eat the food, I wait a second. Once it hits me and I get the feeling that it was amazing, I hit them with the wow.
Okay.
The wow.
You got a wow too.
I got wow too. Okay. And so there's wow and there's it's not a joke. Okay. And then the next one is if I turn the camera around and I videotape myself eating the food, then it really wasn't a joke. Okay. Because I only give really good food.
So it starts at
the selfie shots.
The selfie shots gets basically
the levels are.
Yeah, that's what it is.
What is it?
You just said it.
It's not a joke.
Yep.
Wow. And then the facial.
Yep, you get it. Yep. You get my face. You get to see it. See me on camera.
Exactly. So
it's like porn.
So now
soft food porn.
There you go. And that's another thing. So to tell you guys, really right now, if you were to visit my page, there's not tons of content out there because I just started this in January of this year. So Instagram is a whole different animal. I'm starting to find out because posting on Instagram is not the same thing as posting on Snapchat. Snapchat, I can do a story. I can hit it. Boom, it's out. It's there. It's on my story for 24 hours. You can see it, and then I can save the entire story. There's not as much tagging involved.
Right.
So my cousin, Roxanne Bahri, who is also a big social media blogger, she blogs about the Real Housewives, and she has her mommy.
What's her company or handle?
Blogs. She's Roxanne Bahri on there. She has the Real Housewives blog.
Cool.
She said to me on Christmas this year, she said, you have to post reels. I said, reel? What's a reel? I didn't even know what a reel. I have it. Instagram has changed so many times over the years.
Yep.
So I said, what's a reel? So she said, this is a reel. She showed me. So the first reel I ever posted was of my Uncle Jim holding a beef shank that we made that day, which looked great. It had the brown rice and the peas and big piece of beef shank, huge, and I posted it and I hit him with that song, like in the end, it didn't even matter, because those are the ones that are going crazy because you have to pick a song too. There's like multiple levels to this stuff.
Goes with this.
And then she said, you got to put a bunch of hashtags. I said, all right, I'm going to put a bunch of hashtags. I tagged, food porn, food junkie, Chaldean food junkie, beef shank, all this stuff. I hit them with 20 tags and I posted it. And I said, 10 minutes later, I looked, I scrolled, it was at like 1,000 views. I said, is this real? I looked, I said, unbelievable, 1,000 views? 5 minutes later, 1,500, 2,000. This video got up to like 7,000 views.
Sure.
Whoa. So then I realized at that moment in time, I said, okay, I got to get more, into posting on Instagram, which is what we're starting to do now. And, just hashtagging everything. It's not a joke and all that. And I still post on my other platforms as well. Mm-hmm. People are welcome to follow me on Snapchat as well. But under Nick Hannawa, that one. But so basically now with my Instagram, I'm going to continue posting on Instagram. I'm going to put out there all these amazing restaurants that I go to. Mm-hmm. And anybody who's, interested in going there, I hope they do and they hope they enjoy it as well.
So right now, like, is it you yourself just taking these trips out and then you're just frequenting these places and you're taking your own video, or somebody's there taking the videos for you while you're doing your
So here's the thing about, my life, that the way that I live my life is basically, I like I said, I wear many hats, and that causes me to be on the road a lot and stuff. So recently I got, my Sprinter van, which this is another part, it's becoming a part of my my content that I post. Everybody knows about the Sprinter van. It's our mobile office. We call it the Puff Express. Ooh. And we take this thing everywhere to visit all of our sites around the state.
Is it wrapped? Is it wrapped?
No, it's not wrapped. Labeled. It's more, limo style.
Incognito, but also it's labeled.
Yeah.
But it's not the mystery machine.
You should wrap it.
I might. We might do this because it's not a joke.
It's not a joke, exactly.
This thing, and then I have our driver, Mario, who hopefully we can bring on the show one day too. He's a funny character, and he's always in the background laughing. And he's also was a personal trainer, so when I eat the stuff, he's always like, watching me and stuff, like, hey, laughing in the background and everything. So this me being on the road and everything, that's what's going to be able to get me out of our general area and get to all these different restaurants that people would be like, whoa, what is this? And then if they're ever in Kalamazoo, or if they're ever in Oscoda or Traverse City or all these different places that we go to, they know, let's go see where Nick was there. Let's check it out. I was in Bay City the other day. I ate at an amazing restaurant called My Table. Amazing. And I posted that. Everybody went crazy for that one because we ordered, like, the menu had like 24 items and we ordered like 19 out of the 24 items. So the lady was like, she said, let me just get this right. And I said, okay. She said, let me say the order. So I filmed her saying the order. So she said, you got this and this and this and this and this. And she listed them all off, every single one. So, and it went on for like, 30, 40 seconds. Her like, and then I put it on Instagram. And I hit them with the CC, the caption, the closed caption. Yeah. So, this and this and this and ordering everything. And then everybody went crazy, and a lot of our my people that follow me are in that area a lot. So
I would have had her hit at the bottom of that thing. It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. I hit them with this.
And three sides. It's not a joke.
Yeah, it's not a joke. So. And now, so here's the next thing that came out of all this. Now everyone's posting on their page and tagging me and saying it's not a joke, or tagging the CFJ.
That's where it goes.
So I can represent our people too as the Chaldean food junkie.
Yeah, you can repost stories, you can repost things if people are putting something good. You know what I mean? You could definitely do that and make
exactly.
Cool
so that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. And you know what? Really, to tell you the truth, our people are actually doing amazing things with food right now.
Oh, yeah.
Restaurants.
Oh yeah, it's diversified.
It's amazing, everybody that's out there right now doing their thing, and you see a lot of these companies.
Some high-end stuff, man.
They're expanding, and they're growing. They're growing And you got some of our guys that are taking their companies out to other states now.
Yeah.
You know, their food brands. So this is really a good platform for all of us.
Yeah.
The Joe B's doing big things. Zeta Maya.
Brandon B taking POA to, I think, Tennessee now.
Brandon B's the man.
Yeah.
You got Siroki's Pizza expanding all over the state of Michigan right now.
Yeah.
Joe B's restaurants are just, I mean,
Wing Snob.
Wing Snob's expanding all over the
What's
country.
the name we had on Steven Spencer Soak a few weeks ago too. He's got Stateside Delis.
Pokey is now in Tampa.
Yeah.
Randy and Desiree.
Getting down, man.
So we have a lot of good things to look forward to with food.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're in a growing industry. But just off something we talked about, funny is because you mentioned Puff, and I know you do some work with them, but we're talking about a fun little spin-off with them. That would be a good idea to add 2 years. I don't know if you wanted to chop it up now or drop a little hint or...
We're going to do something special.
Okay.
Pub's going to be on Keeping Up with the Chaldeans.
Okay.
That's another big thing that our people are doing right now in the Chaldean community.
We got to accept it. So it's just, there's other things, a part of that business and aspect 100%. That we can incorporate.
And people of other cultures that are in the business envy what we're doing because we do it so well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We do it so well.
It's retail.
100%.
We're so strong at it.
It's in our blood, right?
So what about seeing a food junkie food truck somewhere ever? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Popping up in the future?
So here's another thing that I do every year, and I hope to have you guys there next year. I just did it to this level this year. Mm-hmm. Is I do the annual Toys for Tots children's. What I do at my house, I have a party every year. Basically, it's a Christmas gathering of friends.
I drive by your house, it's Disneyland. Straight up Disneyland.
Yeah, so, my crazy Christmas decorations and stuff. And I would have all my friends over every year to see these Christmas decorations. A lot of people know they're not a joke. They're insane. My house is insane.
Really?
I'm like the Griswolds,
Yeah.
And I did this every year where my friends come over and we all get toys and everybody donates toys that we give to children in need. And we work with different havens and different churches and stuff that give to needy children on Christmas Day these gifts. So this year, what I did was I said, all right, we got to take things to the next level.
Sure.
So I tented off the whole driveway and I literally did a food truck rally in my driveway at my house. Okay.
Sweet.
I went around on Ramadan, Iftar Ramadan, which is in Dearborn's a big thing. And I always go down there. I literally created my own map of the Dearborn food trucks on my phone. I know where they're all at. So you got to follow them on social media. And so I called the Cinnabon guy. I called my one guy, Detroit Panzerotti, which was another badass Italian food truck. I called the Mediterranean Express. I had the hookah guy, the hookah truck out there. Yeah. And we had them all on the driveway. Everybody came over and we had this huge food truck rally outside my house, but not really,
still, it was a good event. And you know what? People don't understand how much effort you had to put that night in. Yeah. He would. Because he's done it twice so far. We've had that Keeping Up with the Chaldean barbecue competition. The one you're going to enter possibly in this year.
Yeah. I'm going to be the
food junkie.
I'm going to be one of the judges
and the sponsor, right? The main food junkie.
100%.
Puff will be the major sponsor.
Yeah, Puff will be the major sponsor this year.
All right.
But we'll hope to have you on there. But it's the events that he put on, and it sounds like you guys put it in. It's a lot of work for something but the reward, the food, everybody eating, the judges seeing, man, we were blowing through wings last year. Like I had people lined up, you got more?
Right.
Not for another half hour, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
You know that feeling?
Yeah, it's
when
crazy.
You're just cooking and
you know what? And that's the thing about me. See, anytime you coming over to my house or you're gonna be around me, you're gonna experience good food.
Yes, and something big.
When I go to the restaurants with my friends and anybody, you know what they all say now? They say,
order for
CFJ, take over.
Yeah.
They hand me the menu. Yeah. It's not a joke.
Yeah.
I go through, I set the whole thing up. Yeah. I know how I'm gonna hit you in the best ways. You're gonna love your dinners. And you gotta tell me too. Do you want to leave there in a coma, or do you want to be able to go out? If you say, "Hey Nick, I want to go out and have drinks after," I ease up on the drops. We're not gonna drop so many different things on you, but It's all for fun, brother.
Let's just chop a little bit about this, because it's good for our audience to know. Plus, it'll show more in your character. So, name what's some of your favorite foods that one you like to go eat, out when you do, and the second question would be, what's some of your favorite foods you like to cook yourself personally? So then you compare and say, I do ribs at home, but also I like to go ribs there, but mine still are beaten. Whatever.
Right. So here's the thing with me is that I wouldn't say I have favorite restaurants. I don't use that. Sure. I have different restaurants that I go to. I have favorite things that I eat at each restaurant. So I might be craving something, and I'm going to go there and try that. It's funny you mentioned ribs. I thought about your guys' competition last year because I'm really well known for these amazing ribs that I make. Literally, sometimes I will sit there and I make 10 slabs of ribs, and then I'll drop 2 off at my mom and dad's, 2 off at my uncle's house, 2 off at my other uncle's house. You know what? I have about 4 different seasonings that I use. Okay. I rub them. And one of these seasonings, I drive all the way somewhere out in Utica to this warehouse, and I get it from there. Okay. So it's a secret. That's my secret one. And then I put all these rubs on them, and I let them marinate overnight, and I just grill my ribs, straight up grill them, and I use baby back. So, but one of my favorite rib places, a lot of people might not think it's their favorite, but I always grew up on Boneyard, and I grew up on Nicola's. My Uncle Jimmy would take us to Nicola's. So I love those 2 places. Yeah. And some people are like, oh, Boneyard ribs, they're not good. But when you grew up eating, I have videos in 1992 or 1994. I'm sitting at Boneyard, and my mom and them are filming me with the old camcorders. And I'm like, look at the ribs, and I'm holding them up. Chaldean Food Junkie was that's what started off. It's been in me my whole life.
You want to laugh?
The Food Junkie's been in me my whole life.
We're a family of 6 kids, 9 in a household, right? Yeah. So that's a lot to feed, right? So Saturday was our Boneyard barbecue night.
Oh, nice.
My dad would go in, and he'd go get 2 packs of the chicken, the broasted, some of the ribs, those good potatoes. Man, you can't beat those potatoes there.
The potatoes, the fries.
When they're well done.
Yes.
See, it was funny you said that. Because some people order them well done, some people don't order them.
I do them up so they crisp a little like chips.
Because they stick together, and then it's raw on the inside. It's warm, though.
So you got to get the family feast. Yeah, that's what I always order, the family feast. That's my thing over there. So there's that. But you know what I also eat a lot of that a lot of people don't eat is I eat a lot of Asian food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm big on Asian food. I love Asian food. It
kind of works with the Chaldean, because it's rice based. So and then there's a meat and a bunch of sauces.
A lot of our people don't care for this kind of food,
I'm one of them.
But it's it's a newer thing, like pho and ramen, and it's just sushi. Obviously, has been around forever, but now there's different extremes of sushi. Obviously,
so their salt content is higher than normal meals. That's the thing. Yeah, the sodium is through the roof, and that's what just gets me. But I'm with you. Thai meat. You
gotta wash it down.
Yes. I do Thai. I'm a Thai freak, man. Oh man,
Thai. I
gotta
love
go
Thai.
with the hottest. Always what they say. And this is not to say. I'm just doing a. I say, this how spicy? I say, what is your hot level at? Well, you got hot, extra hot. And I tell them, go extra hot. Wait, what? And I said, just go with extra hot. You sure? And I said, just go with it. Yeah, girl, I'm sure okay.
I'm the opposite.
Oh, you got.
And I tell them no spice.
No spice.
They're like, has a little bit of spice. I'm like, okay, only the little bit. Don't add anything else.
Don't add nothing else.
I gotta have a little
like spice. I just got into sriracha and all that stuff, but I'm not crazy about spice.
So he ate.
He challenged me.
He So we had at the barbecue at the end of it after it was all said and done. This guy, they rolled the camera on him. He ate one of those. What do you call it?
Ghost pepper. What was it? A ghost?
Oh my God.
Yep, it was a ghost pepper. They're like. He said, depending on how the night went, Jordan did our camera guy that's back there. He said, if it goes, however, if you're really gonna do it, I will stick around and video it. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna make this guy stick around till the end. I said, Jordan, I'm gonna do it. So Mark comes up. He goes, "Who? Here you go." At the end, took a little tip of that bite. And they're like, "Oh, look, he's heating up." I said, "No, not yet." And I'm like, hold on, let me just get my Doritos and pop real quick. I ate it, and then I started biting into it. I could take heat, to me, not to be where you can't bear it, and then the food doesn't taste anything to you, but just heat. Right. But I just gotta have it with it. But Thai, that's where it sticks with me.
Yeah, I love Thai food. That's that, but you can do any level of spice with Thai. Sure. They can go crazy. Thai, sure. Vietnamese is a big thing for me.
Okay.
Right now. Yeah, really? I'm messing with the Vietnamese heavy. Yeah.
Cat?
Cat?
Yeah.
What is that like cat?
Cat.
Oh, cat. C-A-T? Yeah. Some people think that, but no. But you know what I eat?
No.
That I got one restaurant I go to that I do eat. I eat pho with the oxtail.
What is pho? What is pho? So people know.
So pho is basically a Vietnamese noodle dish that has a beef broth base, and then it could have a chicken broth, but I eat the beef broth base, and it has the rice noodles, thin rice noodles, and then usually they put different kinds of meats in it, so like sliced beef, sure. Or they even put pacha in this. It's not a joke, they put tripe, but I don't mess with the tripe because I only mess with my grandma's tripe. I'm not big on messing with other people.
You talking about pacha?
Yeah, pacha.
Is it red or white?
Their tripe. They put white tripe in it, the Vietnamese, but
what is your grandma's?
Oh, she's white.
Okay.
She does the white. Yeah.
Team white.
Team white.
I like her.
Team white, you like that?
Yes, I'm all about it.
So actually, I posted my grandma's pacha on that one. Got like 3,000 views. So people were probably scared at the same time. The ones who knew what it was, they probably thought it looked great.
Nick, you making any Chaldean dishes? Have you ever messed with it?
So my grandma is well known for her cooking.
Yeah,
a lot of people know about
and who's
that.
Your grandma?
Know her, Amira. My grandma, Amira Bahri, we call her Mama Gucci.
All right.
Okay, Mama
Shout
Gucci.
out to Mama Gucci.
She's not a joke. Mama
not
Gucci, good to see you. She's going to watch this. Mama Gucci makes the best pacha. She makes white pacha. People know her for her food, her Chaldean food. And I haven't really branched into the Chaldean cooking sector because my mom and grandma, my grandma does it so well. But I did think that as a good grandson, I think I'm going to start going once a week and doing a session with my grandma and let her teach me. Yeah. Let her teach me.
That's great. It's phenomenal.
You know what you'll learn? Number one,
we got to carry on the traditions.
Absolutely.
That's a great one right there. The tradition is the most important. But you know what you'll really learn? You'll learn after we got home from school at 3:30, how much they beat their ass in that kitchen to get that pizza ready for us. You know what I'm saying? Then you had a brother 100%. Who wanted a little bit different this. And she made that, stew for him and stuff. But
so when we asked for different things, she'd say, "Shut up and eat."
You know what? Yeah, my mom, because of Omar, man, she just...
You don't know what my mom used to say when she'd get mad at us. I'm not going to say that.
We've heard them.
We grew up with your mom, man.
You did.
Doors down. Yeah.
You did.
Don't shy away from learning and do it as fast as you can, and I'll tell you why. We've already started slowing away from our Sudat language.
You're right.
And it's hurt us because we don't even get to kick it anymore we did. And Mama Gucci's still around where you could if you want to speak Sudat to her, right?
And we want our kids to learn it.
That's when you still sit with her. You get all that because it instills it in you to say, "Damn, well, I got to go do this with my little
100%.
kids. I got to go do this right now." They got to be sitting with me in the kitchen, talking Sudat with me while we're cooking.
Yeah.
Because she just instilled that back in you. We're losing that, right? We don't have it. I had grandmas that we grew up with who we spoke Sudat in Oak Park, and then in home we spoke Arabi, So the reason I'm telling you this is I learned how to cook that food. 100%. People get amazed when I tell you want to come over for some kari and this weekend? Yes. You want to come over for I can't wrap the dolma, but I'll stuff the peppers and create it.
How do you wrap the
I got rolling machines.
It's a secret.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Wild Bill's, especially Wild Bill's Danny's place over on Orchard Lake Road. They're so frequent. Yeah. Shout out to them. But they've got all the novelties for me to use. But
there's a way. There's a will. There's a way.
Yeah, because at times you gotta think to yourself, do I pair up an OG with the risa maraca I just ate, or do I gotta go with sherbet or
it's not a joke.
It's not. And you know why it's not a joke? Terpene profiles. Because the flavor comes out of food. Flavor goes and pairs up with wine, pairs up with desserts, pairs up with cannabis, anything.
Really?
Yeah. Really?
Is it serious?
Mm-hmm. It's not a joke.
I know when you smoke weed, you get hungry, but...
Oh, you think I'm being serious about it?
There's restaurants that are doing this now in California.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, that's awesome.
Restaurants.
So
there's chefs that do these trips where they go to do the houses and stuff. And they do this. I've actually read about this.
So they cook food. Okay, so I went to one, just so you know, like I went to one because since you're into food and stuff. But I went to one in Ann Arbor, and I'll tell you what, we were zombies walking there. You went from thinking like it's a difference of like you just smoked 1J versus like you just ate up to 500 milligrams worth of all this in your meals. Right. It was a blueberry drink, so she paired up blueberry lemonade to go with this terp on this oil. And that was like, say, 20 milligrams for that drink, right. And so forth. But what I'm talking and what you're asking is, yeah. So, for example, let's just say I smoke this particular strain. Mm-hmm. You can almost be better off eating this steak or this chicken with this flavor with it. Really? Your palate's appealing to all that.
Oh, shit. That's awesome.
Because your terpenes are like 7 to 10 different flavorings in that. So they pair up to it. So, yeah.
They do.
Yep.
They do.
Yep.
But that's crazy. See,
Puff may help us on that one day.
I mean, I don't smoke, so I wouldn't get it. I'll enjoy.
I don't either. I've only taken a couple puffs in my life.
Yeah.
I don't smoke.
Yep.
So that's it. But yeah,
it's like what's his name?
Your nose just got this big.
It's the glasses. It's the glasses.
So
food to the heart, right?
Yeah, it makes food taste better.
Yep. Do you cook with your kids?
So I did start. Now I'm putting my son Kingston, my 4-year-old. I sit him down on the counter,
kick ass,
and he watches me.
Yep.
He watches me, and I cook literally so many different things. Mm-hmm. I even make hibachi.
Yeah,
at my house. I bought the Blackstone grill, and I use it for breakfast, and I make.
Oh shit!
Is there an Evite when all this happens? Or how do we? Okay, that's a deal. I just want to.
You guys are coming.
Yeah, because I'm not. Yeah, I'm not far from.
You're coming. Don't worry.
So for sure.
So everyone always says, "When am I going to get invited?" And I always feel bad. I say, you know what? The thing is, I randomly decide to do a lot of these things. Like I'll say, "Hey, why don't we cook this?" But I literally can make. I make my own hibachi at the house. It's not as good as Nara's.
Right, well, it's okay.
It might be.
Right.
I took I basically copy everything Teddy does, and then I just do it myself.
Gotcha.
And I put this all on social media. So now what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to start putting it on my Chaldean Food Junkie page. Yeah. And might even start a Chaldean Food Junkie TikTok.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have to hire somebody to sit here and post all this
stuff. And the Chaldean Food Junkie cookbook.
So I can give you a little help with that.
Wow. Not a joke, guys. Coming soon. Stay tuned. Chaldean Food Junkie cookbook coming soon.
There you go.
So just to give you a little hand and help with that stuff at home, when you want to do some of this is you can get yourself like what's called a gimbal. Mm-hmm. And then you can sit it on a stand, and your phone follows you as you're moving and doing your thing. So, because right now, sometimes it's tough getting people on the whim, especially when you're cooking. Like,
if you're filming it yourself, it's very hard to do.
Yep. Yeah, so that's why it's tough. You'll have the stand there. It's inexpensive. I'll show it to you. But what would be cool, just a suggestion from here, is kids are always a big part of social media. Mm-hmm. Like they always, it always warms up people a little bit more when the kid's in the 100%. Picture. Throw your kid up there. There's utensils that you can get, for him that are like safe knives, plastic knives. Just have him do a few chops in with you.
He's been making appearances as a CFJ Junior. Yep. Because now I'm asking him. I say, "Hey, Ike, how was this, Kingston?" The other day, he told me. He said, "You're the Chaldean Food Junkie." He knows now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Family that cooks together sticks together.
I like that. And we're gonna with CFJ. We're gonna not only get all these different restaurants out there. I plan on going to restaurants that are owned by friends and family of mine, and not just that, but people that I know that are Caldean that are in the industry, the restaurant industry. I plan on taking me and group of my friends going out, and hopefully you guys can come too, and actually, getting them out there to the masses.
For sure.
Doing it in a more efficient way.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We get to ride around that truck.
We're going to take the Sprinter. We're going to take the Puff Express.
Okay.
I'll bring my own oxygen mask.
What's that?
You can sit up front with Mario.
Oh, man. Me and Mario.
Our driver, our bouncer.
Got you.
You have the flask. We have the...
Yeah.
There you go.
Good.
It's not a joke, guys. So stay tuned for that.
So where do they find you now if they want to look to see where Food Junkie, Food Junkie, where's?
You can find me at Chaldean Food Junkie on Instagram. It's public, so anybody can follow that page at Chaldean Food Junkie. If they want me to come to their restaurants or anybody who doesn't, obviously it's not going to just be Chaldean people, but anybody wants me to come check out.
Only if they want to know if they're not a joke.
If they're not a joke, I will go there. Okay, and I will let them know if they're not a joke. If you're not a joke, you're going to make it on the page. So I will go try places if I haven't been.
Cool.
And I want to start, posting more content so that all of our people, all of my followers can know that we have all these amazing restaurants around us and choices to pick from. And you don't have to just stick to what we do all the time.
Right.
There's different stuff out there.
And just for the audience to know, you're starting Michigan first. Is that where your foot?
So, you know what? Wherever I'm at, whether I'm in Michigan, whether I'm around the state,
because everybody can benefit from wherever you go.
I'm in Florida. Like I said, I was at Universal Studios. Would you think that at Universal Studios, the number one restaurant out of any theme park is at Universal Studios? It's called Mythos. It's a Greek place, and they make literally the most high-end, amazing food you've ever had. Literally.
There you go.
And this is in Orlando. So anywhere I go, I'm going to put the content out there for all of you to see. Cool. Stay tuned. It's not a joke. We're going to be posting from everywhere from Michigan to the Upper Peninsula to all over up north and all over the country.
Cool. Before we go, I want to shout out my boy, John Lee Peck. I want to wish him the best of luck with the relaunch of Kronk. New brand, new gym, lots of
it's not a joke.
Lots of new concepts and grassroots stuff he's bringing to the brand.
Good.
Nice.
Good.
Not a joke.
It's not a joke.
Good. Well, we're gonna give you a little heads up that we're gonna include some of the stuff that Nick will be having on some of the places he's gonna be visiting, so you'll get to view some of that, and then we'll include his information at the bottom of our YouTube page. So it was great having you. But usually before we go, we usually have a question for you, and especially this one would be a good one since it's labeled as a Chaldean food junkie.
Exactly.
So AT's got a good question.
So we close out each show with the final question, and the question is, what does it mean to you to be Caldean?
What does it mean for me to be Caldean? So for me to be Caldean, it means that I am representing a group of people that are all inclusive. We're smart entrepreneurs. We came from nothing. We worked our way up, and our families, our fathers, our mothers, their hard work that got our generation to where we're at. Mm-hmm. So for me to be Caldean, it means that I am, representing the good people of who we are.
That's right. Beautiful. Of all the shows, it's the first time that I have heard we came from nothing and now we're here. That's a beautiful piece right there.
We worked our way up. Our families from back to the old generation that came and migrated to the state, you could see all the wars and bad things that are going on in the world. And we came here because of that similar situation. And they worked themselves up as retailers, as merchants, as restaurant owners, and we literally have built this amazing community, especially here in Southeast Michigan, that sometimes people don't really know who we are.
Sure. Well, and then they've been hiding in a cave because we took over.
Yeah, we did take over, especially in this state. But now, look what we're doing with Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. If someone Googles Chaldean, this pops up. They can see who we are, Chaldean Food Junkie.
Yep. It's coming.
Let's blow it up, man.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Love you, man. Thank you.
Can't wait to eat with you and hang with you. So
it's not a joke, guys. Stay tuned.
Not a joke.
No,
Stay tuned.
And I hope to be able to compete against him this summer. Ooh. So that's what I can't wait for because
I don't know, guys.
This is the reigning champ, by the way.
Of the ribs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I will compete, but how am I going to judge if I compete?
Well, here's the deal.
I can't vote for myself.
Well, you don't have to judge. You compete first.
Okay.
Or have Kingston stand by the grill. He'll be the contestant. You'll be the judge.
Okay.
There you go.
We can repeat another one against
Let's do it.
For your Toys for Tots.
Let's do it.
We'll set up stands over there if you want to, and then me and you throw it down.
You guys can cook pies for that one.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Let the audience just.
I haven't started baking yet, but that's a good idea.
There you go.
Yeah. Bring the smoker over there. Throw out.
That's what we're gonna
12
do.
To 14 ribs.
Stay tuned, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone. Like and subscribe. We gotta sign off.
Yep. We'll see you guys signing off. Binno, Anthony.
Thanks for joining us.